As you shoot, I'm shooting the truck that carried the Vietnam Wall. It's here in Cottonwood, Arizona for about 3 or 4 days. The Vietnam Wall is not the, it's a replica of the real wall in D.C. and it's about 85% of the same thing, same wall.
Hold on, I'll get a picture.
Well, you see all the people here paying respects to the wall, the Vietnam Wall, all the veterans here. There's that wall. Goes all the way, all the way, all the way. That is one long wall. If the one in D.C., I understand, is really huge. But we'll go check it out and see what this wall is like. Yeah, the Vietnam War. Probably one of the controversial wars in American history, or maybe world history. 30 years later, we're all friends. Well, there's some of the names. 50,000 names to be exact, or plus 50,000 plus. A lot of. Kind of a nice cloudy day here in Cottonwood, Arizona. This is the middle school here in Cottonwood. I'm going to talk to the actual person who drove the truck over here. His name is Preston Fritz. And he's been driving the truck for 3 years, I guess, across the country, displaying this wall. And I understand when he comes over here, he comes by himself and he takes a bunch of volunteers to put it together. I imagine it does. This is a pretty long wall. Some kind of commemoration in regards to the wall they had here, we're going to have here today. I'm sure there's some vets here too. We haven't get one or two to talk on camera, just in regards to it, what year he was over there and what happened, you know. My brother was over there and he was actually decorated. Received the Purple Heart and some other medals. He doesn't talk about it much. That's good that they're bringing kids out here, some teenagers out here, maybe explaining to things what our country's been through, and to respect and honor the veterans of all wars, especially the Vietnam War, the Korean War, all the different wars. The veterans really deserve a lot, and sometimes they've been given hard times through the government, but hopefully that will all change. It's getting better at the healthcare. See some of the flags. The flags here. Hello. Hi. This has been here for 4 days, I understand, and so there's been a lot of people come through here. And if you want to find a name on here, then they'll help you do that here too. Some of the people over here will help you find a name. As you can see, I have a gentleman named Preston Fritz. He actually drives the rig around with this wall going all over the country. You said last time I talked to you off camera a couple of days ago, Preston, that you have been doing it for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's,
This is my 3rd season with AVTT, which is the name of the company. It stands for American Veteran Traveling Tribute.
oh yeah?
And yeah, I've been driving the truck for about 4 years. And,
About 4 years. So how many, do you have any idea how many locations you've been to?
Well, we have 2 rigs, so between the 2 of them, we do about 50 events a year from about March to Veterans Day.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
So a lot of people come out and show their respect and honor to the different veterans. Huh?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, especially on the West Coast, a lot of people may not be able to.
Well, that's exactly.
One in D.C.
Yeah.
So we bring it to them and let them honor, respect, and remember those who paid the ultimate price.
So what does it actually take to bring the wall to a community?
Well, we don't actually get to pick and choose where we get to go. We're brought in. We're privately owned and sponsored, or funded. So event sponsors, or whoever wants to bring it into the community,
Is that right?
reach out to us, and we get it set up. And
Oh, that's great.
show up.
Yeah, I know this has to take some funding. How do you get the funding to do this?
It's above my pay grade. The owner of the company is a retired lieutenant colonel in the Army.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice to know.
And
He's the one that sponsors it and gets it out there?
yeah,
What's his name?
his name is Don Allen.
Don Allen?
Mm-hmm.
So it has a lot of people involved in it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I imagine you meet a lot of different people going around doing this all the time, huh?
I do. I get, you know, different types of accents and everything in
Yeah.
different parts of the country.
You had mentioned you're from Texas, so have you been to the East Coast, or
Yeah.
have you
Yeah.
been
I'll be going to Massachusetts next, so that's
From-
about as East Coast as you can get.
from Cottonwood to Massachusetts, huh?
Yep. About
Okay.
40-hour drive.
But is it really?
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 days, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I sound like you have a pretty interesting life, meeting people, traveling, seeing different things,
Yes, sir.
and so this had a pretty good turnout today. I mean, since you've been here in Cottonwood, huh?
Yeah, it's I like doing the smaller communities a lot better
Yeah.
sometimes than the bigger cities. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of patriotic people.
How many people did it take to put that wall together and load it?
Well, typically we require a crew of 10 people.
10 people, really?
Yeah. And it's one of those things, the more people you have or the faster you try to work,
Yeah.
the harder it's going to get on you.
Is that right?
Typically, it takes about 3 hours to set it up, and about an hour to tear it down.
And it all fits in that one rig,
Yep, 24-foot trailer.
20-foot trailer. That's an 80-foot wall.
Nope, it's 360 feet long.
Oh, 360 feet long. Oh, it's 80% of the original
Yeah,
wall.
it's 80%
Of the original wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed the dates on there. What did you have noticed the dates on there on that wall? All the way to start in '68, you know?
Well, actually, it starts in 1955. We
But is it
had,
really?
Some consultants and advisors over there at that time,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't really technically classified as a conflict, but they did pass away in, combat.
Oh.
And
Oh, actually, okay,
in
that was part of
1975.
1970. Yeah, my brother was over there. He would have some action.
Mm-hmm.
He got some interesting stories, but a lot of those veterans, they don't really like to talk about it too much.
No.
They just,
Some of them are.
yeah,
I've noticed, around the country, you'll always see some guys that will come up, but they won't get close enough to where they can see the name. And they'll just show up. They'll be along the fence line looking. They'll look, and then they'll get back in the car and leave.
Is that right?
Still, you know, but still.
It still
Very
affects them.
emotional,
Yeah, very
affects-
Oh, yeah. So you lose a close buddy in something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Because whatever you want to say about the Vietnam War, it affected a lot of people and lost a lot of lives, 50,000 plus, you know.
Yeah.
So listen, Chris, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for this time.
Yes, sir.
And